Hi, this is Patrick Murphy, and I've recently been asked to do a presentation on mindfulness, so I thought I might make a video a little bit about it. Mindfulness is really popular in psychotherapy right now because it has been shown to reduce anxiety, reduce symptoms of depression, and sort of fundamentally increase a person's baseline for happiness. Mindfulness is a state of being in which we try to bring ourselves out of our head and into the moment. So instead of swimming in our own feelings and thoughts and internal experiences, instead of living in the past or living in the future, we try to bring ourselves into right now and experience what's happening right now, objectively, without judgment, and without the need to make changes. The way that people try to get into this state of being is through meditation. Now there's a whole bunch of different types of meditation. They're all slightly different. They're all intended to do slightly different things. But fundamentally what they're all trying to do is help you to notice internal experiences, notice your thoughts, and bring your focus back into the moment. Now I figured that if I was going to do a presentation on this, I should experience it firsthand. And so I'm currently doing an 8-week mindfulness program, and I thought maybe I'd talk a little bit about what that's been like for me. So the first thing that I noticed is that there's a lot of internal experiences that I have that I'm not even aware of. For example, I seem to have kind of a constant level of low-grade anxiety. It's not a lot of anxiety, but it's just a little bit that's almost always there. And I didn't even recognize that until I started doing the meditations and paying attention to sort of my experience. The second thing that I noticed is that in the moment, there's actually very little to worry about. You know, there's things to worry about in the future, and for those things you can make plans and implement the plans. And of course there are things in the past that can upset you, but there's nothing really that you can do about those, and they're not here in the moment. So in the actual moment, there's very little to be worried about and very little to be upset about. The third thing that I noticed is that sometimes the moment is actually very nice. You know, it might be a sunny day, there might be something really kind of interesting happening, but at least for me, because I'm normally so wrapped up in my own thoughts, I don't even notice them. And so if you're able to just catch yourself being in your head and bring yourself back into now, there's a lot of sort of interesting and cool and really nice things that are happening that you get to experience that at least I normally wouldn't. So I'm not going to sort of do a full instructions on how to do a meditation here. I'm sure you can find those videos. I'm pretty sure that they're around where you can get a good guided meditation. But I'd like to sort of give some basic instructions just to give you a taste of what some of these meditations are, if you'd like to try them. The main one is actually, the instructions are pretty simple, but it turns out to be pretty difficult. All you do is you sit in a comfortable position and close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Focus on how breathing feels, how it sounds. We're not trying to change our breathing. This isn't like taking deep breaths. We're not trying to sort of do anything with the breathing. We're just breathing normally, but focusing on it. And whenever thoughts or feelings or even body sensations happen, we're not trying to push them away, we're not trying to judge them. We're very non-judgmental. We just notice the thoughts, notice the internal experience, and go back to the breathing. And focus on the breathing, and then you're going to get another thought or another emotion, and we just notice that and go back to the breathing. Now my experience, and the experience of a lot of people that I've talked to who have done this, is that in the beginning they feel like complete failures because you're so flooded with thoughts. There's so many thoughts that come that it's like you can't focus on the breathing at all. But remember, this is an exercise, so just like any exercise, you get better as you practice, and you're not very good when you start. So this is something to do regularly. I usually set my alarm for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes. and just focus on my breathing for that amount of time. And of course all sorts of sort of even strange thoughts happen, like, oh man, when is that timer going to go off? Or how long have I been doing this? Or even, wow, I'm doing really good, I'm not thinking. Oh wait, that's a thought. But there's no need to judge it. That's just what you're experiencing. And we're not trying to push the thoughts out of our head, because that's impossible. A good example of that is if someone were to say to you right now, don't think of a purple elephant. Well, the first thing you're going to think of is a purple elephant. So we're not trying to stop the thoughts. We're not trying to push the thoughts away. We just notice them and refocus on the breathing. Alright, this was my first video, but I plan to do a lot more, so please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Real Counseling, or Facebook at The Therapist in the Real World. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.